Go. All right. Today I'm headed out to meet Travis at the beach.
Open.
He has a brand new surfboard that he wants to take out for a quick surf. But before he takes it out, I'm going to have him show you how he's prepping that new board. My buddy Kevin is also coming over to join us.
Let's do it. I'm ready to go.
Okay, this is never what you want to see. This looks brutal. Matt, where are you?
I'm right at the end of the lot.
Oh, did you park? Are you in your car?
Yeah.
He has no clue what's going on right now. Dude, it looks insane out there.
Oh, it's pumping. We're on.
Good to see you. Good. Well, good until like that. Look at that. That's brutal.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal.
What is this?
It's freshy.
Look at this thing.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's a thruster, shaped like a 20, but it's got 3 fins. Haters will say it's a fish. Nailed it. We're on. Now it's ready. We can go.
All right, what are we doing?
All right, we're gonna start off with traction pad. Always got to make sure there's no dirt, dust or anything on here so it sticks properly and lasts. And then it's definitely not an exact science, but you want to try get it as centered as possible. So I like to line things up. This has a really wide tail, this board wider than my normal boards. The traction would probably be like that, but this is going to be spread out a little bit more. So I'll set up these where I kind of want them to be and line up this guy, and then I'll start with the middle piece.
So you just stick on.
Yeah, got adhesive under this pad, just rip it off.
Yeah.
And then you just kind of line it up on the stringer. This is kind of handy because it's got little holes in it so you can judge how straight you're doing it.
You ever mess up? What happens if you mess up?
I've messed up plenty times. I'm not the type of person who's going to freak out if it's a little bit off center or skew, but I've seen people have absolute meltdowns about it and have to take it off and put a new pad on it. It's really just for aesthetics. If it's on reasonably well, it's not going to make a difference if it's a little bit off center or something. And you just don't want it too close to the rails and stuff like that because you don't want water to be catching when you're doing a turn, and you also don't want it too close in because you don't want your toes to go over. So this is kind of a good sweet spot for a tail this wide, like ½ an inch in front of the little stringer hole. It's pretty good.
So you keep the tape, yeah, you just pull it
Yeah.
out. Okay.
This gives you a little bit more room for error. Keep that thing on as long as possible. Boom. So far so good.
Looks like you've done this once or twice.
Done this a few times. They're not always perfect, like I said, but as long as you get it reasonably close.
Kind of like ASMR.
That's looking pretty good.
Alright. And you just flatten it out, make sure you get all the air out of it.
Yep, just try and make sure it's made contact all around and it's looking nice. I mean, most people will probably put this on the night before they go surfing, so it has a good 12 hours or so of getting stuck on the board, but I'm bad like that. I'll just do it just before I go surfing normally. Alright, that's the traction done.
Have you ever had a traction pad fall off or get ripped off when you're in the water?
Heaps of times. Especially when it gets a little bit older and stuff.
Yeah.
These bits can rip off and then it starts peeling, and then you normally fix it with a bit of super glue though.
The fins.
The fins in. These are FCS, so you just kind of go in at like a 45-degree angle in the front, And once it's in there, you just push down on the back and it locks in. And you know if it's the side fins, because the back fin's symmetrical and the side fin has a flat foil on the inside. Same thing.
But these don't screw in?
Easy. No screwing for these guys. Just pop them straight in. It's 2023, bro.
Leash?
Yeah. I mean, it depends who you are. Some people are too soul for leashes, but I'm definitely not. Okay, so this is kind of getting stuck.
So the concept here is
a good soul.
you got to drop it in and under that little hook. And you use a tool to do that with, yeah?
Well, just fancy tool is my post box key. And there we go. And we're on.
Alright.
Now, I've seen a lot of people put leashes on just like that, which is fine. It's not going to come undone, but it just creates more drag because more of this leash is in the water. So what you want to do, if you can, if your string is long enough and your leash is small enough, is do it like that and halve it. Put that knot in there. There we go. Keeps it out of the water a little bit. Less drag, go faster. It's the name of the game. And then we get to wax up.
Is this your Miyagi moment?
It used to be when I was at Grom. I used to like spend hours trying to get the perfect beads, but wax technology's gotten so good that you don't actually need the perfect beads anymore. You just need the right wax for the right water temperature, and you should be good. I mean, this deck's really hot, which isn't ideal to wax up on, but you know, it's live TV. You just got to keep going. This is the base coat. I put warm water wax on down as a base coat first, and then I put the cool water wax on top if I'm surfing cold water. If I'm surfing warm water, obviously this will suffice.
So with you, is there an end point to the wax? Do you go all the way up to the nose? What's the deal with that?
I leave like probably just over a third of the board, or like a third of the board, the nose. Obviously, like full air guys and stuff wax all the way up to the nose, because when they're landing backwards they'll sometimes shift all the way to the nose. And then I generally just wax all the way down to, and I also wax on top of the traction. And this is kind of sacrilege to a lot of people, but I swear by it. Best of both worlds right here. Alright, so the final touch is putting the top coat of wax on. The water's cold today, so bottom coat was some harder warm water wax, and now the softer cold water wax goes on top. As you can see, it comes on a lot easier, but that warm water wax just lets this wax stick to the board a lot easier. If it was just straight onto the board, it would kind of slide around and smudge, but all the little changes in level and all the little cavities in the warm water wax, the cold water wax sinks into that nicely and creates a good little mixture. Brand new board, ready to go shred, ready to go fast. Boom.
We want you to add the first ding.
The first ding. The earlier you ding a board, normally as a sign the board's going to be really good. Okay, if you get a board brand new and it gets dinged before you even surf it,
Yeah.
then you know it's going to be one of your best boards ever. It just is the way it goes. So
I like that.
hopefully it gets dinged now when I paddle out. Traffic.
Traffic everywhere in LA.
He said thanks. He's definitely not from LA.
Good luck. Is it cold now?